on the stream. Test 1 2. Yep. Not sure how loud I'm sounding here, but back about to take off on a light airplane flight from Seattle, from a Renton Municipal Airport in Seattle. Set as departure, and I want to start in the runway because I want to take off as soon as possible. Start on runway 16. Let's take a look at the flight conditions real quick. Wednesday live weather. Okay, looks a bit cloudy, overcast. I haven't seen the like bad weather in this game yet, so I'm excited for that. Okay, and I want the arrival airport to be at the same place, Renton. Because I'm just going to go for a little flight around. And actually, you know what? Since I'm gonna fly over Seattle, let's change it to the Seattle main airport. Seattle Tacoma. And I want to go see this tower. What is this thing? Okay, that's fine. We're gonna land at the Boeing King Co. International Seattle. All right. Okay, and let's go. It'll take a little bit to load, probably. Testing 1 2. Yeah, I think you can hear me okay, right? Refresh the stream here, still loading. And yeah, I'm excited to see. I've heard so much about how clouds and weather looks in this video game, and I've put my computer here that I built to do this streaming is powerful, but this game is really cutting edge, and it's built for computers that don't yet exist, for it to look at its very best. It already looks amazing, but I left it at the recommended high-end settings for my computer. There is an ultra setting, but I haven't gone there except for the clouds. I want to see the best clouds that this can throw at me, even if it lowers the frame rate a bit. So I did put the cloud to ultra setting. Right, Apollo? Apollo, vem aqui. Maybe I introduce you to my cat. Just ate dinner. He's happy. He's licking his chops. Vem aqui, bonitinho. Eu tô falando com você. You wanna go on stream? Yes, yeah, go, meu gato. Are you happy? He's feeling a little shy. I'm not gonna jump around and get him, but you may be able to see him back there. All right, ready to fly. Let's see. Okay, engineers. Okay, this is. All right, here I am. And all right, I was just been playing Balsa Flight Simulator, so I'm gonna go nuts trying to figure out what keys, what key does what in this now. So let me plug in. I already forgot to plug in my T-Flight HOTAS joystick. New device detected. Yeah, let's keep the default. This little cheap flight controller here costs about $45 from Jeff Bezos' online store. And here we are. I think end was external view. Yep, we're on the runway at this little airport by Seattle. That's what the weather is looking like there apparently in real life. And let me check real quick. Let me move my face here to the side a little bit on the external view so that it looks a little bit better and I'm not right on your face. Sorry, I'm a noob at this stuff, at streaming, so if you're joining me now, I see I have 3 viewers there. I don't know if you're some of the regulars. Thank you very much for being regulars. If you're not, welcome. And this, I plan on keeping doing this for the long foreseeable future, and hopefully this will become my day job. I love video games, I love airplanes. Here we go, full power. Oh, okay, let's get back on the power. I always forget to turn off the parking brake on this thing, so let's look it up. And this is one cool thing about the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can pray to all the gods, and you can move your mouse cursor up to the top of the screen, and this helpful little angels appear on the top, including this little checklist thing. And then I can go, like before starting the engine, I can go parking brake set, and I can click on this little thing, and automatically shows me where it is. I love this. Thank you very much, Masobo, whatever it's called, the studio that made this, and Microsoft. Thank you very much for making this really user-friendly. And I'm gonna click that, release the parking brake. Okay, close this thing because I started on the runway. I don't need to do the whole checklist to start the engine. So that's very cool. I really recommend you do it because it's a lot of fun. If I remember correctly, out and back. Yeah, I can zoom back, and let's try to take off this time. Usually I take off from this view. Let's just try to take off this time from the cockpit. All right, here we go, full power. Let's see if this will be my third takeoff in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The first one was I crashed. I only had the keyboard. I didn't have the controller, and I wasn't paying attention. I took my eyes off the screen for a second, and I just crashed. All right, the tail's up. I feel that the tail's up. I'm gonna pull back on the stick. Okay, and we're up. And I don't have to worry about raising landing gear because this airplane has a fixed landing gear. Looking nice. Okay, this is a Tacoma airfield, whatever it was called. Municipal airfield. Is it too loud, the external view? Should I turn the volume down? If you're a viewer there and you have a moment to type on chat, I appreciate it if you tell me if it's too loud. I'm really struggling a little bit to get all these sound settings. Oh, that looks beautiful. There's like Mount Rainier in the distance. Not sure if that's Mount Rainier. Okay, I'm stalling a bit. Let's keep the angle of attack low here and keep it in the green till I pick up some more airspeed. And I'm going above 500 feet, I think, right now. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that distance. Look at is that Mount Rainier? Arthur would have to tell me on the distance there to the southeast. Let's take a look around. Ah, beautiful. Wow. What a wonderful achievement for them to. Really. Google should have done this. Microsoft has the flight simulator. They've had the flight simulator for many years. Google has the better mapping, but man, what an achievement to marry these two, to combine these two things, like satellite imagery from Earth, from our beautiful planet that we're not treating very well, and hopefully start treating better soon, with a flight simulator, so you can fly anywhere. You can see, I think that's downtown Seattle there. I've never been to Seattle in real life, but that looks like some tall buildings. Let me zoom in. You can, if you hold the right mouse button, you can look around, and then you can zoom in of the scroll wheel. Yep, that looks like some needle that I think is famous over there. So let's head to downtown Seattle. You see the plane? I have to keep pushing on the stick here. And you see there's a trim button there, so the control surface of the plane, depending on your flight speed, the plane changes its behavior of flight. And right now the nose wants to go up. If I release the flight stick, it's just going to keep going up. What I have to do is I have to press this trim button and scroll that little wheel that you see here in the Leo airplane. You would press that and scroll that, I believe, nose up and nose down, and then you can disconnect it too, and that will move these little tabs on the back of the airplane. I don't know if you can see them over here. Let's see if I think it's these little tabs here. I'm not familiar with this aircraft, so I'm not sure if this is where they are on this particular aircraft, but I think it's these little things like here. I'm not sure in this airplane, but let's try to move them now so that I don't have to keep pulling back on the stick at this airspeed. So I'm gonna press on the keyboard, I think is nose down is 7 on the number keypad, and that should move it down. I don't know if it actually animates it here. Let's see if it does. It doesn't seem to animate the trim. It animates like rudder pedals, animates the stick. Awesome. Even animates the flaps. The flaps is this lever here. They can put it like that. I want flaps retracted, yeah. Make sure they're retracted because it's a video game. I can go to flyby of the external view. Alright, the clouds are looking nice. I want to fly through some clouds, so I'm going to keep climbing here. And, oh, I think that's to the left there. It's, it looks like a big airfield, probably some international airport from Seattle. And you can see from far away the lights leading to the airport. Very visible because a pilot wants to see a runway, preferably at all times, or as much as possible, because if something goes wrong you always want to aim for a runway, or at least like somewhere flat. So let's I really like the sound in the game. You can really tell when you're picking up airspeed. You can really tell when the airplane is losing altitude, picking up airspeed or losing it, just by the sound. You don't even have to be looking at the screen, and I can tell. Like for example, if I close my eyes here and I put my nose down, I can hear like the wind. I don't know if you can hear in the stream, but I can hear the wind sound becoming stronger on that. It sounds like it's coming from the windshields, from the windscreen, and that's really cool. That's very important in good flight simulators, to give you a feeling of flight, because sound it adds so much where you lose by not actually being in the airplane, lack of movement. And then in real life, real airplanes too, when you're flying, there's this book I think called Rudder and Stick by some German guy. I think it was like even before the war, Second World War, he wrote, and he talks about listening to your airplane, how it's flying, as much as looking at it. What's that down there? Like some cranes or something. You can see like there's some jagged things. This is like no one made these cities by hand. I thought Seattle probably was made by hand, I think, but not all of it, but probably a lot. But what they used, another thing they used, technology they used, Microsoft, and to make this game is they call it Black Shark Eye. I used to think it was Black Azure, Blackfoot Eye, and basically it looks at satellite images and it generates what a building or a tree probably looks like from that satellite imagery. That's my layperson's understanding of that thing. All right, there's a stadium down there. We're gonna, since it's a video game, and I'm feeling a little bit adventurous, I'm gonna fly right in between a couple of those buildings in downtown Seattle. I don't have any flight traffic control turned on here, so no one's like saying, "What the hell are you doing?" In real life, this would probably be frowned upon by air traffic controllers and authorities everywhere. But since it's a video game, I can do what I want without consequences, which is nice. At least when I'm playing single player. All right, here we go. Switch to external view. Oh, and make sure that I don't crash. That's probably how I crashed in New York. Yes, when I was flying under the Brooklyn Bridge on my other flight. I was switching back and forth to external views too much. Does this look awesome? It's like really feels like you're there. If I stand back a little bit and I squint, it just looks like a photorealistic almost thing. You see like the cars moving down there. Obviously they're not real like 3D objects. I think they're like just randomly generated things. Here I think is the CN Tower in Toronto or Seattle, I'm not sure, but here it is. I've been to the one in Toronto, I've never been to Seattle. Here's this one, the Seattle Needle. I forget what it's called. Anyway, that's a nice landmark. And it's funny, since it's Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't have guns in the planes yet, at least. When I press like the fire button on this, what it does, I think the default is for it to aim at the change the view to look at the nearest point of interest, and I think that the city is a point of interest. So when I press the fire button, it doesn't fire anything; it just looks at the city. Interesting. All right, but looking at Seattle now, let's try to fly to some clouds. What is our nearest low-flying clouds? Maybe across the bay there? should I fly to Mount Rainier in the distance? Okay, I'd say I'm just gonna climb here right over the city and try to get to these clouds right over the city and then flying towards Mount Rainier. Alright, I think that's what that mountain is called. So let's let me switch here to the front view. And I'm really looking forward to VR one day. I don't have a VR headset, but one day I want to have a VR headset, and then it would really feel like you're there in these airplanes. But a sort of nice, how they say in Italy, via di mezzo, like a road in between, like not full VR and not having to take my hand off the stick to use the mouse to really look around with a high degree of precision. Because the hat, it just gives you. That's one complaint actually. I wish that I could, from what I can see on the mapping of controls, I can't configure the hat in this particular joystick to just gradually move the scene around. That's what I do in IO2 Sturmovik and other flight simulators. This one, it seems to only let you look straight left, straight right, straight forward. But one of the via di mezzo, the in-between VR and the mouse, is this thing called Track IR, which I put a little thing on a hat or here on my headphones, and then I have this little infrared receiver mounted on the monitor, which would be where the webcam is now, and that would detect a little shiny thing on the hat or attached to my head somehow, and as I turn my head a little bit, it would turn the view in the game. And so that's a really cool thing that I'm thinking about, actually getting that instead of VR headset when I can afford it at some point. Wow, look at from the height, it looks so awesome. It's just like looks, especially zoomed out a bit, looks photorealistic. It is photorealistic because it's satellite imagery. It comes from pictures taken from satellites. So yeah, so the Track IR, and apparently it's also good for other games like Arma, where when you can games like or PUBG. I'm not sure if you can do that in Fortnite, or you can peek around walls and stuff. Apparently you can do that then with your head, and then if someone shoots you, you can go back real quick. And apparently it's really good for those types of games because it actually maps an axis to that movement, so it's not just like all the way there or all the way. You can like go a little bit, look a little bit, and go back just by moving your head when you get used to it. Sounds awesome. I've seen some videos about it. I do want to get one of those eventually. Okay, Mount Rainier is that direction. I'm gonna keep flying towards Mount Rainier, and I want to get up on these clouds. One of the beautiful things in flying in real life, and now in this, hopefully this flight simulator, is to go through a cloud and then come out on the top, and then there's this bright blue, really bright, a feeling of basically arriving in another heavenly dimension. Alright, plane climbs pretty slowly. I am at, let's take a look. Where's my speed? Is that the, yeah, okay, I think 76 knots. I don't know, it doesn't have 3 feet per minute, but it looks like I'm going about 10 feet every 2 seconds or so at this rate. I'm not gonna show how bad I am at math right now, but yeah, flying over Seattle in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Seattle's to the back there, to the yeah, let's see, I have a compass up here. I'm currently flying bearing 120, so let's see, 120. I'm looking at my compass with rows of back as a piece of paper here. I'm going away from 300, so yeah, it's to my northwest. I think I'm flying south. I may be totally wrong. Let's see, because I don't know where. Oh no, here we go. Here's a good compass. Yeah, that's to my southwest, Seattle, and I'm flying east southeast right now, which is between east and southeast. Trying to get some height. Okay, my airspeed is up, so let's try to climb up a bit. I really wish there was I could figure out a flyby view so I could do some little flybys of this little Savage Cub airplane flying around. See the flaps, the control, the ailerons moving as I move. Very nice little reflection of how the ground color looks like in the bottom of the wing there. Really pretty video game. Nice little airplane. I wonder how. Let's try to contact air traffic control and get a weather report. Do you think I could figure out how to do that? Let's see. I'm just gonna pray to the little angels of usability again, and I'm gonna click on this little tower, which is the ATC, and I'm gonna tune to Seattle approach on 120.4, and I'm gonna request Class B airspace transition. I actually want like a weather report. Squawk 4307. Acknowledge Squawk 4307. Squawk 4307. Cub Craft SGS. I think that they gave me that designation so they know who I am. Cub Crafters X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact 6 miles north of Renton, 4,600 feet, clear through the Bravo airspace, maintain no navigation. Acknowledge radar contact. Cub Crafters X-Ray Golf Sierra, please acknowledge. Okay, I'm gonna acknowledge. And I think there's a voice that, okay, you cleared through the Bravo airspace, Cub Crafters SGS. All right. I really want to stop being such a fool and learn more about the radio protocol for light airplane flight. I have a friend of mine who is really into it, so I'm sure he could, as soon as he managed to get this damn thing installed, we're gonna be flying together, and I hope that he runs me through this, because yeah, I feel like quite a fool. I'm just like, you know, I love radio, talking on the radio and radio protocols and other stuff, but I have zero experience flying light airplanes in real life, and so I don't know what all this stuff. I mean, I know more or less what it is. I could probably figure it out. I should look at the FAA manual, but it's also always so helpful to have someone with you, to have a mentor, to have someone. You learn so much faster when you have someone showing you your mistake, letting you have your mistakes, but then showing you the mistakes. Okay, sounded the engine sounding like it's turning. Am I moving too? I wonder what the ceiling of this airplane is, because the air is thinner as you go higher. So maybe the climb rate reduces, but I wonder if there's a ceiling, in other words, a maximum height that you can fly out of this airplane before it starts to not fly anymore. I'm trying to reach these clouds, haven't reached them yet. Let's take a look from the outside view, how things are looking like there. I'm at, I'm sure this thing can fly higher than 5,400 feet. No, maybe there's a, maybe I have to change my engine, do something with my engine, like change the mixture maybe? I don't know, I'm used to World War II flight sim, so that would be, you put a leaner mixture when you fly higher. I think this is the mixture control right here, so let me just try to, oh, here we go, yeah, that worked. Mixture control full. Now I'm gonna put a leaner mixture control, and now I can hear the engine sucking in more air and getting more power. So awesome. I really love this sort of things about these flight simulators, that you can really see how you control a real propeller or jet airplane. I'm scared of flying the jets in this, like I'm already having enough trouble with the propeller airplanes, but it's so awesome that it models all these things at such minute detail. Okay, sorry about popping that thing in. I have a weird keyboard configuration with a Mac keyboard, so the Alt and the Command keys are the other way around, and sometimes I press what's supposed to be the Windows key, and that happens. But oh, actually, you won't even see it because I have OBS configured to just capture a flight simulator and nothing else. Okay, let me zoom out here and zoom out a little more. And I'm having some trouble reaching some clouds. I really want to fly through some clouds, so let's take another look around. I guess these clouds are pretty high. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep moving towards Mount Rainier. Oh, there's some lower clouds there to the south, but they're pretty far. I think they're about equidistant from Mount Rainier. Should I just keep going? Let's see. I'm just gonna keep climbing, see how far this thing gets. I'll shut up for a little bit and Maybe I can click on something to turn on the lights in here. Alright. I want to turn on the lights in the cockpit if there are any. Dimmer, increase placard. Okay, what is this stuff? The brightness of the... Oh, here we go. That dims or... Oh, here, that's brighter light. Okay, I want to turn the light a little brighter so I can see better from here. Nice. It's an American aircraft because is that a drink hold or is that like an air conditioning thing? I bet that's to hold a drink, isn't it? Yeah, it's an American aircraft. It's so funny. Like in Europe, cars you don't have like drink holders in all the cars. In the United States, any type of a machine, almost that the transportation machine, has one or more usually several drink holders for you to put your giant lattes, coffees, soft drinks, whatever the hell you want. I don't mind that, but please do not drink too many soft drinks. They're really bad for you. They have so much sugar. If you actually look at a can of Coke, for example, and see how many grams of sugar is in that thing, or any soft drink, any pop soda, you'll be shocked. And like, do this: buy a can of Coke or find one somewhere. Look at how many grams of sugar it is, and then get a balance, a digital balance, a scale here. Maybe I'll do a video about this next. I'll stream this next, and put the equivalent sugar, the weight of sugar that says in the can on the balance, and I believe you'll be shocked and you won't want to drink as many soft drinks anymore, because that amount of sugar is, on a regular basis especially, is really bad for you. And I think if everyone stopped drinking so much Coca-Cola or these other soft drinks, they'd be much healthier and the world would be a better place. I'm sorry, whatever the name of the guy, of one of the richest men in the world, that billionaire, whatever the hell his name is, Berkshire Hathaway guy. He's always like promoting Coca-Cola and like showing a little can of Coke on his investor videos. This guy's a billionaire. You know, seems like a nice enough guy. It's the type of like old nice Midwest grandpa type. But you know, you're promoting something that's really bad for people, and I think that everything in moderation is fine, but when you throw that much marketing and advertising at people and you promote this thing that's really not very good for your health in high quantities, you know, not a great use of your time. Maybe if you promoted a health drink or like just water, you know, like, but even water companies, like, let's not go there. I'm just talking a lot of shit now just to keep talking like a radio station while I'm trying to reach these clouds. I hope they're not fake clouds, and I hope that all these videos that people have been raving about how the weather looks in this game are a huge conspiracy theory, because these days everyone seems so into these fucking conspiracy theories, and maybe the weather in Microsoft Flight Simulator was a conspiracy theory too, and it's just like you never can reach any clouds or see them from up close. It's just the way it looks right now. So I'm hoping to be able to reach these eventually. I've been flying for a while here. I'll probably reach Mount Rainier before I reach the clouds. Oh yeah, Mount Rainier is getting pretty close. I'm gonna keep climbing. Let's try to make the I'm almost at 10. I'm gonna get to 10,000 feet out. Let's get the mixture control. Let's see if that changes the sound of the engine. Okay, no, it sounds... I'm gonna leave it at 51 around there. Engine is sounding fine. Give it more power. I still don't know where the fuel gauge is, so I have no clue how much fuel I have. And let me trim my nose up a bit because I'm tired of pulling this. Oh, look at that, cabin heat. Nice. Well, thank the Lord, all the gods, that it doesn't simulate how hot it must get on these airplanes. Or maybe you have air conditioner too. Yeah, you do actually, because I think that's the cabin heat, right? I wouldn't want to fly a World War II fighter in winter. Simulate that in the temperature of that in real life. But no World War II fighters yet. here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I do hope that this becomes Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator eventually. Whoa, what was that? I heard some static. Did you hear that? Maybe our traffic control is like, shut up! Maybe what the hell is that guy's name? The billionaire is sending an F-6. He called the Seattle Air Guard, and they have a couple of F-16s sent to shoot me down now. Yeah. No, that's not another conspiracy theory. Another thing that's really cool is you notice, like, if you look here, like, the cockpit is a little dirty. That really adds to the feeling of being inside an airplane when you're in the cockpit. I love these sort of little details. When it's too clean, you miss a bit of this feeling of being in something, of the glass, and at night there's reflection. That's really nice. All right, okay, I'm still climbing very low. It's just this nature of this aircraft probably, but let's just pull up quite a bit until almost stall. You see on the bottom left there, that little display is on yellow. When it starts to get to that red thing, then it's going to start stalling. I'm going to put the nose down again before it gets to the red. See if we can climb a little faster like that. But there's almost certainly a best climb rate for this. I'm not sure what it is. I should probably look at the specifications of this aircraft. And you know what? This is a real airplane. I can probably actually go to their website and download a manual for the airplane and look all this stuff up. That's what I'm going to try to do, this Savage Cub or X Cub, whatever the heck it's called. I'm going to download the manual for this and then really learn to fly this thing. Oh, look up here. Look, there's like... Oh, here's the fuel gauge. I found it. Alright, I don't have... Okay, I'm not on the red line. Interesting, it's on the top here. Okay, there's a phone, mic, power, phone. Can I touch all this stuff, I wonder? Not sure. Can I actually just touch anything by pointing at it? Okay, yeah, test on. Okay, but I can't do the volume on this. Okay, it doesn't model that stuff. Really cool, you can look around. A really nice feature of this airplane is it has a sunroof, you know, kind of like those cool Trans Am American cars. You have like a sunroof on the top. Let's see where we are. All right, still no clouds that I can reach. Let's look out the window. I mean, outside. Beautiful day. The bright sunshine. Flying southeast to what I believe is Mount Rainier. Or Mount St. Oh shit! There's an airplane. So there's a big jet nearby. Wow. All right, let's look at it. Let's divert a little because I want to take a closer look at this. I mean, it's gonna be flying much faster than me, so I'm not gonna be able to catch up with it or anything. But I wanna just take a closer look. I wonder what flight that is. If I had more viewers here, I would ask one of you to go onto Flight Radar 24 in Seattle and see if this is a real-time. Oh. Alright, here's some more conspiracy theories. It just disappeared. Disappeared in thin air. Okay, it's like something from the Twilight Zone. Or Bermuda Triangle. Airliner full of people just disappeared in thin air. Let me note down the time of this thing. I'll look at it later, because I guess I'm supposed to make these little highlights when I stream to potentially make the channel more popular. And I've been trying to do it, but sometimes when you're streaming, it's hard to find where something cool happens, so I have to scroll around. So I've been thinking about just writing down at what time in the stream that happened. This is about 1648. I don't know where how that would map to the stream. I don't see a... Is there oh, there it is. It's on the session. Okay, it's about 33 minutes we were. So I'll make a note with a little pencil here. 33 minutes plane disappeared into midair. And I'll make a little clip of that later. Using a real pencil and a real piece of paper. I love real pencils and I love real pieces of paper. What's up? Did you call me? Am I talking a lot of bullshit? Well, I'm trying to fly into a cloud and I never get to it, so I'm wondering if it's a conspiracy theory that you can fly through these clouds, because I never reached them. This plane climbs really slow. I'll join you a little later. Okay. Alright. I do want to fly it through a cloud unless it's a conspiracy theory, so we're going to keep flying. I'm at, did I lose airspeed with that little shenanigan of looking at the airplane? Did I lose height? No, I'm at 13,750 feet and climbing now. And this would be called Angels 13 in military lingo, airplane lingo. Still can't reach a cloud in the name of job. But it certainly looks very pretty up here. And let's try to ask traffic control for a weather report to see what level the clouds are at. See if I can do that. Come to choose nearest airport list. Okay, let's get this Bergsfield. June traffic on 122.9er. No, I don't want to land. I just want to talk to them and ask them about weather. Isn't there a way to get weather from air traffic? All right, let's tune to. Okay, no, I don't want to land, so it's not giving me an option to ask about weather. Ciao. And let's try the Seattle Center. See if they'll give me an option for weather. Request flight following. Let's see. Okay. This is me. Okay, Squawk 6333, acknowledge Squawk Woke. It's funny, sometimes my voice actually is spoken out and other times it's not. I wonder why. I mean, I like talking for myself, but it's weird that sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, radar contact 3 miles east, 14,600 feet, altimeter 30.2, 3 miles east. Okay, WA77. Acknowledge radar contact. Okay, I just wish that I really had a way to ask them for the weather to find out at what height these clouds actually are, because am I gonna fly forever here to get them? But it doesn't seem to give me that option with the kind Angel fly traffic controllers. So I'm just gonna keep flying towards Mount Rainier. I'm approaching it. Not terribly exciting. Nothing to shoot at, no guns. But it sure is pretty. Should I press a random button, see what it does? Are my lights on even outside? Let's okay, let's try this menu. Oh, here we go. Let's okay, activate PL. Maybe there's something I can do. Back. I wonder if these are airports or radar stations over here. If I can zoom in and out, that's cool. Alright, done. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too crazy here because I'm just crash. I'm already like going off course. See, like this is called cockpit. When your cockpit is head down, your cockpit head down, like you're paying too much attention to the cockpit, you're not paying attention to what's happening outside. Very dangerous. Not good to spend too much time doing that, because at least when you can see things outside, it's important to keep your eyes on what's in front of you in an airplane and on the side. It's always important to keep looking around. I'm no pilot, but I've heard about so many things going wrong with people just looking down at computer screens, and not only in airplanes, and anything like a mobile phone. If you're looking at your mobile phone, you're riding a bicycle, you know. Not a fantastic idea. I see that happen so much these days, but hey, I'd do it too probably. I'm no angel, that's for sure. Even though I'm flying at Angels 15, I'm approaching Angels 16 now. Actually, maybe I'm approaching these clouds up here. Maybe they're super far away. Hard to tell. Mount Rainier definitely getting close though. And there are clouds below me in the valleys up ahead. Let me try to turn to starboard real quick, see if there's any clouds below me in the valleys below. You can see the landscape being savaged by human beings out down there. A lot of greenery, but you know, a lot of these like cut things for, I don't know, forestry or electricity pylons or what have you. We are really a plague on the planet, and I hope we start treating it better, and maybe video games like these would actually will help for this, because when you can see how beautiful the Earth is, maybe it can make you think a little bit about treating it more nicely. I'm not treating it very nicely right now by even playing this, because no, I'm not flying a gas guzzling airplane. Oh, I see an airplane up there, but I am using probably a truckload of electricity from this on this powerful PC here, and on my laptop to look at the stream at the same time and chat and type on chat to anyone that chats me. But hey, you gotta pick your battles. You know, you can't. I mean, if you live a perfect life, you'll die. You'll be the most innocent person in the cemetery. I don't even know what that means, but okay. I see an airplane above Mount Rainier in the distance there. It's moving towards me, and the way I can tell that even at this distance is because the starboard light is on the left side for me, and the port light, the red light, is on the right hand side, and that means he's moving towards me. That's the useful thing about light, the starboard and the port. If you look at something and the green light's on the left, it's coming towards you. If it's on the right, it's going away from you, because the starboard light is always on the right side of the airplane, and the port light's on the left side of the airplane. So yeah, it's something flying. It's an airplane flying very high, and it's flying about to fly right above Mount Rainier right now. My airplane seems to be flying super low. Let's try to change the mixture control again. Yeah, there you go. That's more power. I'm leaning the mixture. I'm at 40% now. 39. I'm getting some sort of warning. Okay. RPM is too high. I have to watch my rotations per minute, because you don't want the propeller to rotate too fast, and that can happen if your mixture is too lean for your current I think air pressure. I'm a newbie at this too, but okay, that looks better. I'm at mixture control 48% at Angel 16.5. Still can't fly through a cloud. Oh, I thought my mouse cursor was another plane, and I was like, shit, that's a close one. Still can't fly through a cloud. I'm still flying towards Mount Rainier, and I suspect that I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna fly to the. Don't like these compasses here, because for me they're very difficult to tell. I'm flying. Let's look outside view. I'm flying southeast, and the compass, so you can see south, but you just really have to learn your bearings if you're going to use this compass comfortably. I much prefer compasses that are like this one here, which shows the little airplane and the direction you're flying, so that, and all the other cardinal directions as well at one glance. It's kind of like having a digital watch compared to having an analog watch compared to a digital wristwatch. Digital wristwatch, you just have a number, and for you to see like relative to another time or another direction for directions, you have to make these mental calculations. Whilst if you have an analog watch and at a glance you can see all the numbers, both like, for example, like 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, then you can really quickly get a relative feel for the direction and for where you are in it. So that's also the value of compasses that at a glance show you all the cardinal directions instead of these things here attached to I mean, you can get used to it, but you know, it's one more thing for you to your mind to have to process, and the least things you have to process when you're flying an airplane, the better, because yeah, mistakes can prove fatal in real life. I'm very glad I'm in a video game. Oh, look at that! Okay, I think to the right here, that's really cool. Actually, you see that how Oh man, that's so awesome. Like that little detail that the fuel gauge on the right side is for the right tank, I think, and the little liquid actually magnifies the text behind it as you move around. That's such an awesome detail. So I think that's the right-hand fuel tank. This is the left, so the left's almost empty, but the right is fine. And I'm glad I know where the fuel indicators are on this airplane now. Not sure what that is. Can't touch it. The storage compartment. Awesome. Alright, still no clouds up here. I'm getting tired of trying to reach these clouds. I'm at 17,000 feet, almost Angels 20. And I haven't been able to fly through a cloud. Maybe this will just be an unsuccessful attempt at flying through some weather in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Very nice looking valley down there. It'd be nice to fly through. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dive and I'm gonna test I'm gonna see if the airplane starts shaking if I start picking up too much airspeed. And hopefully we won't break up. Let's see what happens. Okay. Cutting power. I'm gonna spin. Nice how the light changes.
X-ray Golf Sierra, contact Seattle approach on 126.5.
Oh! You overstressed. Wow, that was quick. You overstressed the aircraft and caused critical damage. And that was pretty crazy that the tower noticed me dropping out of the air traffic control noticed me dropping out of it very quickly and wanted me to contact very quickly. That was exciting actually, but I really wish, as I've said before, that instead of just a you crashed blank screen, something would happen. Even if they haven't modeled the damage, at least it will show your plane tumbling, because that's the most exciting parts of these video games, and I don't know why they don't want to show it. It's really, really dumb decision, I think, and I think they should change that and implement damage modeling for these beautiful airplanes in the future. And alright, that was a failure of trying to fly through some weather, but it was a success, somewhat a success of flying a bit over Seattle. So I'm going to leave it here for now. Come back later tonight probably to try to fly through a cloud. Stealthy Acorn 15 is not my Xbox name. I had set Hypertext Hero, but for some reason it doesn't update here on Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm gonna sign out and then probably try to sign in again afterwards and see if that updates my username. Okay, let's get you signed in. Okay, sign in. Okay. This is really annoying, but let's see if I sign out and sign in again. They will show my updated username that I updated on the Xbox thing the other day. Alright, 149er. Oh, I probably shouldn't say this on stream. Okay, not my password, but it's a temporary one. I actually don't even know my password for this. I probably should reset it. Okay, now I had to sign out and sign in again. Okay. Pretty silly thing is you can have maximum like 12 characters in your username, so I can't really spell out Hypertext Hero. It's like it's one character too many, so I have Hypertext Hero. TXT. That's alright, but it's a pretty strange limitation. Probably a database thing. Who knows how many moving parts they've had to put together to get a game like this working. That's alright. Alright, I'm going to go for a walk outside in the real world and lie down in a grassy field for a while, take a break. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and I will be back here later tonight. I don't have a set schedule yet. My schedule is gonna come in September. It's a little haphazard right now for the next 2 weeks or so. In the beginning of September, the first week of September, I'm gonna have a set schedule. But for now, I'm just getting a feel for it and seeing what's the best times of day for me that have the most energy and that people want to view. But thanks so much for tuning in. This is Hypertext Hero from New York City, and just after crashing in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in Seattle, logging out. See you soon.